for trespassing. And I won the case 2019, I think, or 2018, one of the two. Doesn't make any difference. It's all on the court record. The case, finished. We go out there, we're going to sue the government for about $100 million. Sure. They're going to say, niggas not worth that. We said, well, they did this, that, and another. And they prevented us, and we show our goal. Our goal was to have 100 centers by such and such a time. They prevented us through what they did from doing that. It's worth $100 million. See, in Germany, if the movements that they have, the military, when I was in Germany, the American, they used to have a lot of maneuvers in the German forest. And the Germans would charge the Americans for every tree they knocked down, and they would charge them for all, like it's a pine forest, they would charge them for all, they go around collect all the little pine cones, and they would count every seed in the pine cone. Say it's 200, not pine cones, but 200 seeds. You know the pine cone. They charge them for knocking down the tree and whatever it might produce. I said, these Americans are dumb. I would stop training or something, or go out where it ain't nothing to run into, but this is the same thing we're going to do with them. Not charge them for just what they did, but for the possibilities. Who knows, would we have had 100 masajid by now? Well, if you can open one a year and then you speed it up to 2 a year, well, that's 40 years. How many masajid would we have had? And how many, when you open a one little one, how big would it have grown and how much time? You can't, it's geometric in proportions. So that's what we headed on. So what we get, it makes a little different, but what happens anyway? It's not for us. What have we talked about? We have talked about homelessness, right? So we have to, if you want to see homelessness, don't pay attention to here. You go out there, good God Almighty, you wouldn't believe it. It's not possible that beautiful California, man, it's not, it's so bad people are leaving. They're leaving, yeah, oh shoot, they're all up in Oregon, they're all up in Washington, and the people up there saying, you stay, don't come up here. California's not welcome, right? We don't want y'all. Because they still got some beautiful forests up there in Washington and Oregon, and big apple trees everywhere. Washington apples, they don't want us up there, or them. Okay. Yeah, Californians, I've heard it out of their ears. Oh, California license plate. Oh, I'm just a brother traveling through, whether that's Canada, you going on up to Canada? Well, I just gone back to California. If y'all don't want me up here, hey, man, bump that. I just gone back. They don't want me down there neither. But anyway, psychological asymmetric warfare, As-Sabiqun liberation movement, remobilization for DC, mobilize, organize, stabilize. This is National War of Liberation. Okay, this time, the size, the scope is different. This time, Allah handed us everything that we done talked about. Think back 10 years ago. Did you ever think that it would be a dumb white president, dumb enough to do like Don did? I mean, would you ever imagine that? It wasn't possible. You couldn't even think about it. It wasn't. We did. Yes, we did. That's why you study all the notes we made. The discombobulating effect, right? Clowning effect, all of that. Well, we was hoping for it, but we didn't know either. But we had in our mind, if some of them don't do it, that's what we're going to try to do anyway. That's what we're going to do. We couldn't even get to our job. He pushed us out of the way. Get out of the way, nigga. I'm going to do this. And we said, go ahead, boss man. Go ahead. You ain't never seen us sad about none of that stuff. Oh, he's going to cause a race war. He ain't going to cause nothing but clownery and buffoonery, right? This boy has the world sad for the United States. We were hoping you guys would. Remember Kishore Mubabani and all that? He didn't already, first he was saying, well, we don't want to see him go, but now he ain't saying we don't want this last couple of weeks. They didn't already look like it's too late, right? Their friends are saying that. I mean, their friends that they're forecasting is as accurate as ours. Not as accurate as ours. We ain't getting bragging or nothing. But I mean, it's very accurate. For what they're doing, right, their statements, they're very accurate. They're very accurate. And they loved America. They said, hey man, we need you. We want you to hook us up. We want you to be out there like you've been. We're comfortable with you. All the fitna you cause, you suck up all the fitna in the world and you put it on your back and you carry it out there. And we're in Singapore and all that. We don't have to carry nothing but bags of money. Right? Those places like Singapore. That's all they do. Oh no, we don't have, we get along with everybody. Right? And who's there? Indians, Muslims, Singapore, that's where it's at, right there, you know. Malaysia's 2 blocks away. Half the people there are Muslim. That's all that. But like you say, hey, leave them alone. And that's what they say. Leave us alone. Oh, no. If we can help, fine. But we don't have nothing to do with all that y'all doing. Okay. But you can't throw no chewing gum on the ground. You can't stick it in the elevator. We're putting you in jail. Right. They do. You ever heard that? Yeah, man, look at here. So, let's get back to where we was. Somewhere over the rainbow, we've been through that. But resistance, audacity, also audacity. People would say we're audacious. We're just beginning our audaciousness. In order to do what's needed to be done, we have to be more and more audacious, but closer and closer to the Quran and the Sunnah. Because the foolishness and fitna is so out of hand that a mild-mannered, easygoing is not what's needed now. This stuff has gotten out of hand. Okay. That's what we're going to, when we go around to black colleges, that's what we're going to be talking to our people about on a level that they can look at it as. It might have a veneer of black improvement, all of that. Find your place in the great history of the world, all of that. Yeah. But see, they're raising them kids to be stooges and buffoons and clowns. Or police. Congressmen, senators. They still like that stuff. Most of our people, not all of them, but they think it's great. Okay. That old lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, the land that I heard of once in a lullaby. I know y'all done heard and you remember all of that. That stuff, what we're talking about is true dreamland 2021. That's what it is. And nobody else is talking about it. They're talking about the people who get shot, who got blew up, how crazy the government is. But they're not talking about, well, let's roll back. There is a group or groups of people who are where we are. We need the world, we need to renew this. We need to, and that is growing. That group of people, right? It's not getting smaller. It's getting bigger. And that group of people, it's automatic before the world gets destroyed. It's automatic that good group of people, right, start doing what they do individually, and then they start joining with others. And in the next 20 years, instead of the world going to HELL, I'm hoping that we improve the world, because this world could not stand up to 20 years of decline from here. Like 2041, at the rate we're doing now, it can't stand it. I don't believe that the earth could stand the rate of decline. And so there has to be a shock wave of reality that people begin to see from the behavior of others. Ocean plastic cleanuppers, they got little small bands of them now, but with magnitude. They're going to have to develop whole new machines that'll suck up plastic. They're going to have cleaning machines that cleans up the ocean, have a screen on it that sucks the water in, right, and send clean water out the other way. Because of microplastics, this killing fish, the fish got a full belly, and they die of starvation because of doggone plastics, right? Hey, we didn't do it, they did it, but they're not going to stop. They're not even showing any signs, right? They, when I say they, that means the system. The people are showing all the signs. And that's who we want to be with. And we didn't just get here last week. All of our literature from back past 20 years ago, back that area, you read some of it, right? We've been thinking, all the stuff we're talking about, none of it is new. We just survived through this because of longevity. King said it himself, longevity has its place. He didn't stay here, but we remember our people. We have to do it for all of the historical realities that we know about, all of them. Not just the people they murdered, they're still murdering people. The police are shooting down people probably right now. Just look at our watch long enough, right? With all this Black Lives Matter, it ain't no, niggas don't matter. That's what they say in the back of their mind. Niggas don't matter. What you mean Black Lives Matter? And then they put the stooges out there in front that they will carry the ball. Archivists, documentalists, chroniclers, historians, educators, trainers. Have anybody heard that? That's from 9/4/15. That's what we need. That we are developing archives, and we have our own type of archive, book after book of all these type of notes. These just happen to be from 9/4/15, 6 years ago or a little more? Okay. To document this, we've documented it. Historicizing it. Chroniclers, same thing. But educators and trainers, that's what we're going to do with our people. And it's going to be a patient love affair. Well, one thing give me a little hope. You remember we was out there clicking at when the false fight was going on out there and all the police was over here. It was either that time or one time I said, now I know I don't look like something or other. maybe I was saying old, and the young black girl said, no, I don't know what she said, but it meant, no, you look fine. I was saying, I know I don't look friendly and all that to y'all, but to her, I look like her grandfather, right? Yeah, to her, I was putting on myself what white folks, I was looking like the white folks, right? But to her, she didn't say that, but she was thinking, shoot, you look exactly like my grandfather, right? Yeah, you look like my grandfather. Shoot, that's fine. Just imagine now that grandfather appearance that survived all of this foolishness. Anyway, you have to understand or try to understand